Hi friends, MD Vegan. It's time for a new dressing. I want to try something with sesame seed again. I have half a cup of sesame seed here. And yes, you can see maybe that is washed. It's not soaked. Of course, when you wash it, it soaks a little bit, but just in a minute or so. I just ran it through a strainer with the water running, and just to get a little bit of the dirt off the sesame seeds. When you buy the sesame seed in bulk, which I always do, a pounder or so, to have a little bit of stock, then you don't know where does it come from. So like a salad, to wash it, or any veggie or fruit before I eat it, I also wash my seeds. So, but you can soak it, of course, overnight, and maybe then it would be easier to blend. Or you have tahini, that is already ground sesame seeds. Sometimes they're roasted, that is a little bit different, but it's basically the same. And then you can take that, that's also easy to blend. I have the sesame seeds, so I know directly, it's the most direct approach, less processed. I prefer that. If I can, it is more inexpensive. To have the seeds is the most inexpensive. Sesame seeds are very available and wonderful to make dressings, sweet or savory, puddings, creams, in smoothies. There's so many things, yeah. And this is here a dressing, supposed to be a dressing for a savory salad, for a lettuce or something. And the sesame seed dressings I found recently, they are wonderful for greens, especially greens. They are a little bit bitter sometimes, have a very complex flavors, but the bitterness oftentimes makes it hard for them to eat. You have to be a little bit creative to make it a delicious green salad, with some ingredients especially. But I found with the sesame seed dressings, they open up a whole rainbow of flavors in these greens. It's really a wonderful combination. Sesame seeds also have a lot of protein and minerals like iron, so as they are calcium, super healthy and rich, wonderful ingredient. I always have sesame seeds at home. So now I make a well-known recipe as a base. I have made a orange sesame seed dressing. Here I have orange juice. I'm a little careful, it's full. That's more than 2 cups of orange juice. And I want to see how much I need for my dressing. I begin with filling the orange juice into the blender. So I leave something to have a little bit more in case. And that goes together with the sesame seeds, that's a base. I know that is a wonderful combination. Orange and sesame seeds is great together. It's a wonderful dressing. I take, let's say, well, 2/3 or 3/4 of it. So a little bit remains here. I can always add a little bit. Same with the orange juice. I'm not so sure about the measurements. Is intuitive cooking, is without a recipe, without precise measurements, just to have a little bit of room to whittle. If I see it is not creamy enough, I add a little bit more sesame seeds after the first blending. If I see it's too creamy, I add a little bit more orange juice. That's the whole trick. So that is the base, and another base is here. Also, the base here is ginger. I have 3 or so inches of ginger root. That is really wonderful with orange and ginger, orange and sesame seed. I made this dressing before. You can look it up. You just go to YouTube and search MD Vegan, orange and sesame, and then you find the dressing pretty soon, and it's really amazing. And now I refined this dressing. I may give you 2 more ingredients, because a friend of mine on Facebook, she told me that I should try maybe sesame seeds and orange together with basil and cayenne pepper. So I have here some basil tops taken off from my plant. I have a little plant in the kitchen, and a good amount of cayenne pepper. So I try that now. Before I put the basil in, I put the cayenne pepper in and blend it. because I know the sesame seeds and the ginger has to blend it longer. The sesame, the basil are leaves. I don't want to blend them too long if unnecessary. I would put them into the second blending. For now, I begin without the basil, the fresh herbs. I add them later. So, but I don't know if that's necessary. But I just don't want to blend them too long, if not necessary. So blender dance. Number one. That looks pretty good so far. Yeah, it's a little bit runny, but that's not a problem. I guess it will be a little bit creamier in a moment. The sesame seeds, they can soak a little bit now, and I guess they will be a little bit creamier if I wait for a moment. But now I will taste it. I will taste it, decide if I put more of the seeds in. That might well be. And I will also add, at a certain point, I will add the basil. But let's taste it first. Or even now. The cayenne pepper is really perfect with this combination. So wonderful. Wow, it adds heat, warmth to all of it. And I will add a little bit more of the sesame. I put all the sesame seed in. See, that was missing here. Yeah, you see, was heaping here. That half cup was heaping here, and this is now the rest. I will put it all in. It's a little bit runny. Put it all in. Yeah, can be a little bit runnier, creamier. I will do that. Blend again, check again, and then I will finally put the basil in. I'm very curious now because with the cayenne pepper already, it's really amazing. Very nice. I can recommend already. But first, let's see with a little bit more sesame seed what happens. One more blender dance. It's a little bit warm, that's okay. Yeah, now it has a better texture. It's creamier. I'll show you in a moment. But let me taste it again. Yeah, that's I would say is like a dressing. So yeah, I was good with a half cup of sesame seeds. And maybe I don't need the rest of the orange juice. Let me taste it again. So good. Very nice. It will need some more dressing, some more blending. It's a little bit coarse yet, but now I will put my basil in. You see, I have these tips, the tips, yeah, and I can use the stems also. Basil is from the mint family, one of these awesome. It's from the Mediterranean. They have a lot of herbs from the mint family that have been cultivated for thousands of years. The Roman Empire, the Greeks, and the Mediterranean, the Egyptian also. I guess they have also cultivated these, and they have all their specific effect. The basil, for example, is waking you up. There is substance in the basil that makes the brain wake up, active. And it is something they give basil stems to children to chew on in school when they are tired. They let them chew on basil stems, then they wake up because of that chemical. And you can use the stems also, they're very powerful. They're not too firm, so use a little bit of firm. I put some of these tips now in there. And let's see, I never tried that before. Put a little bit more orange juice, come on. Put it in. I put it in. Yeah, put it all in. So now I'll blend it again and I'm going to taste it with the basil. Let's see, blender dance number 3. I'm very curious now, the basil, because that's also a classic, orange and basil. That's absolutely a classic. I made a lot of recipes with orange juice or oranges and basil for smoothies, with cashews or also I guess with bananas and other ingredients. It's wonderful, you can look it up. There's a lot, it's a classic really, it's well known I guess. I'm not the only one doing that. So basil and orange. But let me see what it tastes like this in the dressing. Oh yeah, oh wow. It's so nice balancing this strong cayenne pepper flavor. It blends so nicely into the cayenne pepper. Well, the cayenne pepper, before I put the basil in, was very strong and powerful in the foreground. Now with the basil, I have 2 similar flavors. And the cayenne pepper is not that hot anymore. Miracle, it's very nice. So, I'm very happy about this dressing. Thank you, my friend, who told me about it. I'm very happy I tried it. So we'll, yeah. I mean, I put it into a blend in the glass now, and in the refrigerator before I use it. It's a little bit warm now. You see it's creamy. You see this creaminess? And it will firm up a little bit, I think, in the days to come. Because of the sesame seeds, they just soak a little bit. And I might be blending it one more time. Yeah, but not really necessary. But how much sesame seed you put in? Exactly half a cup I've told you. And a little bit more than 2 cups of juice. That depends, yeah. If you like it runnier or creamier, that is really no problem. The flavor wouldn't change a lot. It's more the texture and you can use it. You can add more juice if you want to have it in a salad that is of tender leafy greens, and you put it into another salad with the firm leaves. You put a little bit less of the juice and a little bit more sesame seed or tahini. So that's flexible. But I guess it will turn up a little bit, firm up a little bit more, and it would be a wonderful dressing. I will, of course, next comes the new salad with the new dressing. Let's see where we go there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my videos, subscribe MVV on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.